You are drowning, not in water, but in requests. Can you lend me some cash until payday? You're so good at this. Can you help me for free? We're family. You have to help me. You say yes. You always say yes. And then you lie awake at night, checking your banking app, wondering why your account is at zero while the people you helped are posting photos from restaurants. What if I told you that your kindness isn't a virtue right now? It's a trap. A perfectly designed psychological cage that keeps you poor, stressed, and exploited. Let me show you how the good guys finish last, and how you can stay a good person without becoming a financial corpse. Here is the brutal truth that nobody tells you. There is a massive difference between being kind and being a financial doormat. Society taught you that saying no is rude, that helping is always noble. But society didn't teach you about something called the savior complex. This is the deep, hidden belief that your worth as a human being depends on how much you sacrifice for others. You feel physical discomfort when you have money and someone else is broke. So you fix their problem. You bail them out. And for a brief moment, you feel like a hero. But here is the trap. While you are busy saving everyone else, nobody is saving you. In fact, the people you help most often are the ones who will never help you back. They are financial predators, even if they don't realize it. They smell the guilt on you. They know you'd rather starve than feel the shame of being called selfish. So how do the so-called egotists get rich? Do they lack a heart? Maybe. But they have something better: boundaries. An egotist understands a simple mathematical law of wealth. Money flows to those who respect its value. When you say yes to a loan you can't afford, you are disrespecting your own labor. You traded hours of your life for those dollars, and you just gave them away to someone who mismanaged theirs. The wealthy person sees money as a tool, not a band-aid for other people's chaos. They don't lend money they can't afford to lose. They don't work for free for the exposure. They don't set themselves on fire to keep others warm. And here is the paradox. Because they are stable, because they aren't constantly leaking cash, they actually have more resources to give when they choose to, without destroying themselves. Let me give you a real-life scenario. Imagine two brothers, Alex and Ben. Alex is the kind one. Every time a friend crashes a car, Alex pays for the repair. Every time a cousin can't pay rent, Alex covers it. He has nothing saved. He is one emergency away from ruin. Ben is the selfish one. When someone asks for money, Ben says, "I can't give you cash, but I can sit with you for an hour and help you fix your resume to get a better job." Or he says, "I can't pay your bill, but I can teach you how to negotiate with the bank." Ben invests his time instead of his money. 5 years later, Alex is broke and resentful, crying that nobody helped him when his car broke down. Ben has a fully funded emergency account and a network of people who respect him because he taught them to fish instead of giving them the fish. Alex's help was a short-term drug. Ben's help was a cure. Alex was loved until his money ran out. Ben was respected long after. This brings us to the moment of survival. Right now, how do you escape the trap? You don't need to become a cold monster. You need a script. Just one sentence that blocks the guilt and protects your cash. When someone asks you for money or unpaid labor, I want you to look them in the eye and say, calmly, "I'm not in a position to do that, but I can help you brainstorm a solution." This line is genius. You are not saying you are broke. You are simply stating your position. You are not rejecting the person, you are rejecting the transaction. You are offering value, your mind, your ideas, but not your wallet. If the person gets angry or calls you selfish, congratulations. You just identified a predator. A real friend wants a solution, not just your money. A leech just wants your cash and will disappear the moment you say no. Look, in a world that takes and takes, protecting yourself is not a sin. It's a necessity. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you are broke, burned out, and drowning in debt, you are not useful to anyone. You are a liability. To truly help the world, you must first become unbreakable. Fill your own vault. Secure your own oxygen mask. Then, and only then, you can look around and decide who truly deserves your hand. Stop letting your heart empty your wallet. Be smart. Stay kind, but never cheapen your own survival.